So, about 18 months ago, our family had kind of a difficult thing. I was scheduled for a medical procedure on my leg, and as we were making our plan for, what to do for my recovery, my husband was just going to cover it all the pickups and drop offs and soccer practices and dinners and lunches and everything. And so that was our plan. Well, what happened was the day before my procedure was scheduled, my husband had a medical issue of his own, and the medication they gave him to take care of his issue, he had a really terrible allergic reaction to. So he ended up being in bed, pretty much immobilized for about 6 days. But we didn't know that's how it was going to happen. So we just thought I should go ahead with my medical procedure anyway. So I did, and my whole right leg from my foot all the way up to my hip was completely wrapped, and I didn't have a lot of mobility. Thankfully, I didn't end up being in a whole lot of pain, but it was hard. It was hard to do all of those pickups and drop offs, and I couldn't really drive normally. Anyway, everything was really difficult that week. And on top of that, we were just worried about my husband. Was he going to be okay? And what was going on with him? And so it was just a difficult time for our family. And when you're going through a difficult time like that, it doesn't always occur to you to ask for help. It felt like I was drowning, and like it wasn't a good use of my breath to ask for help because I needed it to survive. And so I didn't really tell anybody about what my husband was going through and all of that because I was just in survival mode. And so I had a friend who texted me and said, I feel like I should bring your family dinner. Is 5:30 okay? And I was just really in awe of that friend who didn't even know that I was having that medical procedure, and nobody knew about what my husband was going through. And when I think back on that experience, it's of course not really about the food. We could afford to order pizza or get takeout for another night. And it's not even really about my friend. She's, of course, incredible, and I want to be just like her, and she's awesome. What it's really about when I reflect on it is that the God of the universe, who has really macro things to worry about, nations and huge issues and important, powerful people, he was concerned about me. He knew about me. He knew about my family. He knew what we were going through. And he sent someone to us to help us. He sent my friend, and it just let me know that God is aware of what we're going through. And he wanted to let me know that. And he let me know that through that friend who acted on the inspiration that she received. And I'll never forget that lesson, that God is mindful of even me.